right, good morning. We're gonna do a hike today. We were gonna go we thought we were gonna go further, but I think we're gonna cut it short. We're gonna go up to Pfeifferhorn, and maybe we'll do White Baldy, we'll see. But I also am gonna show you and talk to you about some of the gear that we bring on the hike as we go. So we'll wait until that gets light before we do that. So good morning, thanks for joining us. It's at about this point, which is 0.9 of a mile, where you can determine whether you want to go to White Pine Lake on the left, which is a man-made road, or Red Pine Lakes to the right. We took the Red Pine Lake and then came down White Pine Lake as our preference, and it was great that way. Yeah. Okay, so before we show the beauty of Red Pine Lakes, let's talk about gear. On this hike, I take my 14-liter Arc'teryx bag. I have two 16-ounce or 500 milliliter soft flasks, as well as, in this case, I brought an extra 48-ounce empty that I could do water treatment, lots of food, headlamps for the morning, gaiters, gloves. I've got my electronics with a spot and a windbreaker, and it looks like I've got some ID, money, fire starter, and some protection for my lips and my skin. What do you guys bring? Let me know what you bring that I might have missed. Right on the far side of the lake is where you start route finding, where you have some of this boulder hopping, and you just kind of weave your way up to the saddle right there and off to the right to the summit. All right, guys, so we have reached the peak for Pfeifferhorn. Gorgeous. It looks like it's about between 5 and 5.5 miles to get up here. It took us, and we were going pretty good. We were going at 1.7 to 3 miles per hour average at the bottom. So it looks like the average was 1.5 to 1.7 the whole way. And so it took us 3 hours and 20 minutes to get up here. But gorgeous. There is one little sketchy part. Probably most of it's class 2 scrambling, but that one little sketchy part's a class 2, class 3. Feels a little bit like the final part of Lone Peak if you've done that. But let's show you around. Okay, right behind us is Broads Fork Twins, Dromedary O'Sullivan, the big thing over to Monte Cristo and Mount Superior. That's that ridge line all the way along there. Oh yeah, you can even see South Ridge. I don't know that I can do this in reverse. Anyways, you also have, there's White Baldy. I think we're gonna make it over to White Baldy today and summit that as well. We were thinking about doing this, right? We were thinking about coming down this ridge line all the way over the Lone Peak, which is that far peak over there. Okay, so a lot of that ridge line over across there, but it's beautiful up here. And be safe, be careful. I think we drink very little water. We probably had 16 ounces of water. The first 3/4 of this hike is really chill. Go by beautiful lakes, and you can honestly carry almost nothing to get up to the lakes. And the last one is a bit more strenuous. So, well, it has been overcast, so it wasn't super hot either. Yeah, that's a good point. So again, this kind of hike where you're 5.5 miles and 3,000 some, maybe 3,500 feet of elevation gain, you're gonna want to bring water. It's smart. There's Saddle and White Baldy. Right, so we made it to the peak of White Baldy. We got a little mailbox right there behind Michael's leg. There it goes, see? And we've got Red Pine Lakes, several of them. There's still 1, 2, 3, there's still 4. And they only show 3 normally. And over here, there's White Pine Lake. I think we're gonna try to go down there. You can see the trail on this side of the lake. Ooh, on this side of the lake. So from here, you can see Red Baldy. You can see Silver Lake Reservoir. Silver Glance Lake is all but dried up down there, and Silver Lake's got some water. That's the false summit of White Baldy. That one almost looks a little more epic. And we came from way the heck over there. That is Pfeifferhorn. So, an epic day. I think at this point we're out of the drone restriction area. I know that Pfeifferhorn is in the restricted wilderness, but I don't believe this is. So, we're gonna shoot some drone footage and see if we can get it over to Pfeiffer some, since that's not against the law, and it should be fun. Hopefully you enjoy the footage. We might film some, probably give you some view of the loop down to White Pine Lake, give you some footage of White Pine Lake, and that's very pretty, I can tell from here. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thanks everybody. Like and subscribe. So give us your opinion. We're here filtering water, treating water that we're getting just to make the last 5-mile jog out. Got about 32 extra ounces. Do you like this kind of treatment? Do you like carrying in your pack a pump filter or tablets? What do you guys use to make sure you got plenty of water out on the trail? Got to be careful of moats and stuff, but this is actually really solid. And it's getting me down a lot faster. All right, let's take a look at, this is White Pine Lake, right? White Pine Lake, beautiful. It's dammed. I didn't know that, actually. Coming down that saddle was brutal. That was a nasty, nasty, nasty climb down. So be careful, lots of loose stuff, some cliffs that you have to go around. But enjoy White Pine Lake, some drone footage, which is out of the restricted zone as well. And thank you for joining us. Hopefully you like the loop. It's about 5 miles to get out. We're gonna jog it out, so I'm not gonna film much. It's very formal trail. And thank you for joining, and hopefully you come back to the channel and watch some more hikes and other things.